Recording. So welcome everyone to Frequency Soul Collective training for February 2023. I have no idea what happened to January. So if anyone knows what happened to January, please pop it in the chat. I would like to find it because it literally went so quickly. I have no idea. So we're so excited to have you here this evening. As you know, we're only doing one training a month. So hopefully you can spare 45 minutes to an hour with us just once a month to come and learn, just to have a few reminders, just team reminders, and always just to connect as well. So my name is Bec McQuilty. For those of you who haven't met me before, I live on the southwest side of Brisbane with my husband, Ryan, and my beautiful little girl, Addison. I'm sure if you're friends with me on Facebook or you follow the Frequency Soul Collective, you'll find lots of posts about her from time to time. In fact, I'm just about to do another one because she just got bitten by wasps this afternoon. Oh my gosh. So I've been running frequency homeopathy for her this afternoon for that. But we live on a beautiful property 35 minutes from the city, and I'm a kinesiologist and psychic counselor, specializing now in bioresonance with Solex, which is just amazing. And tonight joining me is one of my bestest friends in the whole entire world, the beautiful Katie Jane from over in Perth. Hey, KJ.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to training tonight. It's a joy to have you, to be on with you, Rebecca McQuilty. It's an honor to show up with you. Who am I? Well, I'm in WA, as you can see, got the English accent, but I've been here longer than I was over there. I've been a registered nurse, I feel like, since I was a child, but it was 18, so I guess it's a long time. I don't do that anymore. I do this gig full time because I stepped away from that 4 years ago. And this is where my passion lies. This is what we need to share with as many people as we can. And that's what my mission is. So I have four girls in my house, ranging from 20, she was 20 years today, and she's in Ireland, down to a beautiful 9-year-old. And yeah, I'm loving what I'm doing. So let's get cracking, Bex.
Beautiful. Awesome. And for anyone who's trying to work out the 18 was a long time ago and she looks like she's 36. She's not. I'm not going to tell you how old she is, but she can tell you if she likes, but it's ridiculous. Like, it's just every time you say like how old you are, people are like, what? You look like you're 30 something.
Well, I will tell you, because it's 55 this year, and I like 55 because it's 5-5.
Well, I do like that number.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it? Yeah, I like it. So yeah,
I love it. You should spend it with one of your besties, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Truffle. Should we go truffling?
Yep, we're going truffling.
Yeah.
Yep. I told Gina today I'm headed to Perth. So the Perth team, I'm headed over your way in June. So look out.
Look out.
It's going to be fun. So let's get on to some team announcements, guys. So monthly training, of course, for our monthly training tonight is the first Monday of every single month. So the next Monday for training is going to be Monday, the 6th of March, 2023. I'm not even going to be here. So anyone who would love to have the opportunity to do some training or co-host with KJ or whatever the case may be, please let us know, because I will be eating coconuts in Hawaii. That's where I'll be.
I just saw Ali's hand up there, Bex.
Excellent. Done.
Done.
Thank you, Ali. So Ali and KJ, see, I didn't even ask if Katie wanted to do it. Did you notice that, Katie? I just kind of,
I did notice.
It's better to just do it and ask forgiveness than permission. You know, I figure that's the easy way. So we've got the run to Punta Cana. So for those of you who are in for the incentive, and look, if you're brand new and you don't even know about this, please reach out to whoever is your sponsor, because this is achievable for everybody. And we have training coming up with that next week. Sorry. So is that the 20th? So not next week, the week after. Monday, the 20th of February is going to be the training for Punta Cana. So if you're not in our Punta Cana chat group, again, please just ask your sponsor to add you into that. Here in Bris Vegas on the 24th, 25th, and 26th of February, which is a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we have the Mind, Body, Spirit Expo. And these have been really great for us as a team. We've done Brisbane, Sydney, and Melbourne before. But they were our first ones. So we feel like we're fine tuning it a little bit. We feel like people are getting to know a little bit more about the word of the AO scanner. So I feel like the more we do these things, the more successful they will be. So if you are there or around Brisbane, please come and see us. We would love to see you. And Meredith is going to have her own stand as well, which she specializes with beautiful cats, and is going to also highlight the scanner at her stand. So please keep an eye out for her as well. So Meredith, please feel free to pop in the chat the name of your stand so everyone can keep an eye out for you, because I'm certainly going to come and visit you and support you while I'm at the show for sure. We are also taking now expressions of interest, and please message it into the chat group, not into the chat here, but into the actual group on Facebook. If you would like to come along and work at the Mind Body Spirit Expo in Sydney, it will be from the 18th to the 21st of May. There was a group of us that went down. Amanda Matthews, Paige Haynes, May Lynn, and myself went down last year in October to do the Sydney show, and it was incredible. It was great to work the show, but being able to be together, we had dinner together, we worked out together of a morning before we would go. It was really beautiful. So anyone who is interested in that, please send your expression of interest to come along to that as well. We would love to have you. We also have new distributor training once a month. We do not have confirmation of the date yet, but as soon as we do, I will get a flyer out to you. And that is for any brand new QLAs and PCs, because it's really all about teaching you how to, not so much how to use the device, but where to start. Your back office, the portal, all of those really important things that you need to know. And it's just someone who has some experience already with the scanner to be there to answer any questions for you. So we will have a date for you for that really, really soon. Over to you, KJ.
Over to me. So this is the Day of Discovery Virtual, which is coming up in March. If you haven't heard of it before, it's a day that Solex do, and they spend a lot of time preparing lots of information for us, and it's all online, obviously, because it's virtual. I attended the one last year, and I have all the recordings, and my goodness, it was incredible, wasn't it, Bex?
That's so good.
Oh my gosh, the level of education that we get are absolutely great. And what we're planning this year is to get everybody in Australia together in their states on the 12th of March, which is a Sunday. So Brisbane, Perth, Melbourne. So watch this space. The dates will be coming. We're looking for a venue over here at the moment in Perth, and there's a competition on as well. So if you have a lot of team and you take your photo and you do a bit of video, then the one with the largest team gets freebies from Solex. So absolutely get together, have some fun. It's a great opportunity to meet other people. It's a great opportunity to learn, but it's actually a great opportunity to just have fun. So I'm really looking forward to this event, and I think we might be able to stream into each other's Bex or something. That would be really cool. Yeah,
absolutely. You could definitely do that. I can't be there, but I'm definitely going to pop in on Zoom for at least the first little part to say hi to everyone. I've got major issues with FOMO. That's my thing. So I need to feel like I'm going to be there. But yeah, Brisbane, Perth, Melbourne, so excited for that. And I think our Frequency Soul Collective is just going to be so incredible to have photos and everything of the groups being sent to corporate. And I'm sure that they're going to showcase that on one of their calls too. So yeah, that's going to be amazing.
And remember, the tickets are in the back office. They're $50. This month, if you bring anybody in, a QLA and a PC, they get a free Day of Discovery, the QLAs. So it's a great incentive to say, come on board this month and you can come onto this great training for free. And last year they actually, it's 50 US a ticket, American. But last year everybody raved about the recordings that much that they actually let us, whoever bought a ticket, they let us keep those recordings. So whether they'll do that this year or not, who knows, but it's well worth the money.
Yeah, absolutely. So please make sure that you do jump on and purchase your ticket for Day of Discovery. And then, yeah, it's going to be a great day for everyone. I'm sure I know of a couple of the things that are coming and you will not want to miss it. I promise you. So just wanted to talk a little bit about the Frequency Soul Collective Facebook page. So obviously we have the QLA page specifically for QLAs, more of the business side of things. And then we have the Frequency Soul Collective Facebook page for your friends, family, prospects, and just to share information on all things energy and frequency. So it's a great space to also share testimonials and a great opportunity for us to grow our community. So with that, please engage, add people to it, and participate. So if someone puts a post up, pop a love heart to it and then comment as well. One thing we've been learning in our Raise Your Vibe tribe is that 4 words or more is really important when you're commenting on someone's post that you're trying to boost up. So if you do have the time and you see a post on Frequency Soul Collective, I know that I shared one with a intolerance that my daughter experienced yesterday with a drink that she had. I bought a bottle of water thinking I was just buying a bottle of water because I forgot to take mine. And it ended up being a flavored water it was full of rubbish, and her whole face broke out in a rash. It was really scary. So to be able to have the scanner there, to be able to utilize, like, what an absolute blessing. So adding people to this page is really important to build the community. I was just looking at a page the other day of a different frequency device, and I'm not talking about the one that starts with H. It's more of a tool, shall I say, and they have something like 10,000 people in their group in a year. Now, our group has been going for over a year and we're still at just over 1,000. So please go out to your community, invite them into this, and then share in here as well. So if anyone who is allocated a day to be sharing on that page and is not wanting to continue with that, because it's been about 3 or 4 months now, and I'm super grateful for everyone who is committed to a specific day for that, please let me know and we can put it out and let some other people have a turn maybe. I'm sure there's lots of people out there wanting to kind of post, even if it's just once a week.
Beautiful. Well, let's talk about Raise Your Vibe Tribe. So some of you would have joined this group. It's with Bex joined together with Jessica Zavalis over in the US, who's doing super great with building SoulX, and she had some great little hacks for us to grow our business online. So we've created this group, or they have, and it's called the Raise Your Vibe Tribe, and it's kicked off in the last few weeks. We get on twice a week and we help each other boost each other's posts. So breaking the algorithm of Facebook can be tricky, and all social media platforms, and it's good if other people come and help you boost them by, as Bex said, adding 4 words onto the post. And that's been super exciting and fun, actually. I'm part of that. There's a few of us already, but please ask if you would like to be added. And the ones that are already on that group, please try and at least be active on one of the days that we do the boosting. Even if you can only get on for 5 minutes and you don't want to post for that day, just support the other people, because we're learning and growing and seeing what works and what doesn't right now. And also, I mean, I have seen some fantastic post ideas that other people have shared, and you've gone, wow, look at that. And, we're learning what works and what doesn't. What is it that, like, I put a post up just on Facebook the other day, and it was just in my story. It was only last night, actually, and it was me just doing a chakra balance and just, one of the Cephis, and I did a video of 16 seconds, and it got a lot of views, and now actually a couple of people have come to me this morning and said, well, what is that you're doing? So, there's different things that help, and this group is a really great help to show us, what's a good idea to post, because you get some great ideas. So yeah, please know that this is here and it's growing all the time.
Awesome. Okay, so just a few announcements in regards to incentives. So January has passed, obviously. So those of you who bought in any new QLAs or PCs in the month of January received a 6-pack of Alpha 3 passes, which is awesome. They are so handy to be able to gift out to people. Also, if you are gifting out an Alpha 3 pass, please make sure that you are sending them the Alpha 3 pass video that is in our distributor portal. I will never send a pass out without sending that first, because it actually shows them how to create a profile, how to actually run scans, because you don't want to be sending this and then not really getting the best out of it. So now that we're in February, as KJ said before, every QLA or PC that signs up will receive a free ticket to the March Day of Discovery, as well as full access to the previous Day of Discovery. Now, PCs, I'm not so sure about. Obviously, they're just customers, but maybe they're interested in the business side down the track, but you can at least offer it to them. And then for March coming up, which is going to be really exciting, you will actually receive a free packet of Cephi dots for every new QLA or PC that you enroll. Now, the other thing is too, is that if you enroll a new QLA in January, February, and March, so that's only 3, and then when you get to the point of qualifying for Punta Cana, you will be upgraded to a luxurious spa treatment package. And if you qualify for you and somebody else, they also automatically will get that spa package as well. The other great bonus that is still up for grabs, and I think it's really achievable as well, 250 USD bonus when you enroll 6 people in the first quarter of 2023. So you have 3 months to enroll 6 people. It's only 2 people a month, and they must have an active subscription. So that is amazing. We've also got new systems coming. It's called Story System Support. We went through that last month, so keep an eye out for that. I think they're going to announce a lot more of that on Day of Discovery. And here are the incentives here. So if you haven't seen this, there's the February, March, and then earn more by enrolling by the end of March. There's your 250 US bonus there, which is really cool.
Yeah, do you know that's 361 Australian dollars, Bex, just for getting 6 QLAs or PCs in the first quarter. That is so doable for a nice little bonus, everyone. So, don't leave money on the table. And what does it do? Well, it adds to Punta Cana.
Yes.
So I don't know about anybody else, but I'm going. It's a beautiful place in the Dominican Republic. It's a Hard Rock Cafe situation with everything inclusive. So, who wouldn't want to go? Please remember that in your back office, right at the top, at the banner at the top, it will tell you what your baseline is. And then how many you need. So my baseline was 9, and I need 24 to get to Punta Cana just myself, and I'm up to 20, I think. So I'm only 4 away from actually qualifying and keeping those QLAs going. So, if you want to run for Punta Cana, know your numbers, have a look at it, see where you're at, what have you enrolled, and as Beck said earlier, just because it started a few months ago, we've got till the September. So there's plenty of time for new QLAs to get personal customers with over 100 personal volume, and those QLAs that we can to build our businesses. So let's get a big team going from Australia and really rock it in Punta Cana.
Oh yes, I would absolutely love that. It's going to be a lot of fun, and they look after us very much. So we would love to introduce you to the Frequency Soul Collective system. So, sorry, one moment. I'm just going to pop that person on hold. Please hold. I'm in mute. Sorry, guys. Okay, so back to our Frequency Soul Collective system. So this is what we're proposing, that within a 2-week period, you scan 10 people. So inner voice scan only within 2 weeks. And I think that that's really doable. To find 10 people to scan in 2 weeks, that's 5 people a week. And just make a note of them. So making a list of the people that you are scanning, and then adding them, of course, to the Frequency Soul Collective Facebook group. And then keeping in touch with them between now and the time of this call, where you can see the flyer there. I will also put it up in our groups as well. Sorry, that's where the confusion came in for the Thursday, the 16th. So that's where that confusion was.
Confused me.
I know. Well, I looked at it and I was like, the 16th, hang on, training's on Monday, the 6th. That's not right. And then I realized what had happened. I'm like, oh no. So anyway, we got it fixed in the end. So But between now and then, once you've scanned someone, maybe reach out to them and say, how are you enjoying your inner voice scan? Ask them for a testimonial. So, you know, if you start scanning them now, ask them to do their inner voice for 2 weeks up until that call, and then get a testimonial from them. You know, what did they experience? You know, how were they beforehand? But also too, say, look, I'd love to send you what we call a SEFI, a subtle energy frequency. Is there anything specific that you're needing right now or that's going on for you? And they might say, oh gosh, you know what, I'm really struggling with sleep, or, you know, whatever it might be. Hey, I'm going to send you this, and explaining to them what a SEFI is. The reason that we're going to be doing this is that by the time you're inviting people to this call, firstly, there's more interest because they've experienced some of the scans already. So they've experienced an inner voice. They know a little bit more about the terminology of a SEFI because they've received the frequency that, you know, you've sent specifically for them. And so therefore, when we're getting people on a call, and this is what I really realized in talking to Jess over in the US, is that they actually don't get anybody onto a call generally unless they've already had a scan of some description, usually in a voice. And it's because, as we know, it can be really overwhelming. So this is our new idea. Then what you want to do is invite them to the call to find out more information about, you know, who we are as a collective, but also more about the device, more about the scanning capabilities. Now, it may or may not be for them, and that's okay. But what it also does is, let's say they love their inner voice, but they don't really want to buy a device. That's fine. But they actually might want to purchase off you the next part of the scans, which is obviously your vitals, comprehensive, and your body systems. So you're actually opening that opportunity to actually add a new client that will pay you for your services. So invite them to the call, and we'll do this every 2 weeks. So we are committed to doing this every 2 weeks. We will have different presenters each time. And then after the call, of course, it's so important to continue to follow up, because what I call touch points is keeping in touch with people, not to pressure them or hassle them or anything like that, but to make sure you're answering questions that they might have, to overcome any objections that they might have that could be easily overcome if we just took the time to ask some questions. So Thursday, the 16th of February, which is next Thursday, 7 p.m. Queensland time, we are going to be doing a brand new slide presentation. Jess from over in the US has very kindly said that we can utilize theirs. Kate and I both looked at it. We loved it. Paige has looked at it. She loves it. We're like, yeah, let's, and you know, how lovely of her to allow us to do this, but it's not complex. It's quite basic, but it's still informative, which is really nice. So you can all look forward to that. And could you imagine if we are all scanning 10 people, you know, even if it was only the 15 people that are on this call today, let alone the people who are going to be watching the replay, you know, even if, let's say, only 5 of those people or 2 of those people that you've scanned jump on that call, we're still going to have a really sizable call. And that's what we want. We want to be creating the atmosphere for people to be welcomed into. So we hope you can join us for that and be a part of this new system.
I think the other thing, Bex, just to bob in, is that what I think that is going to really work with this, and my intention around inviting people, is to go back to people I've already scanned.
Yes.
Not just new people, and say, hey, I know you enjoyed my voice scan. I'm offering another one, right? And people like it. That people like free things, and they like it about them. So if you can nurture them, you know, twice a week, just how are you going? Make it about them, make it about them, make it about them.
Absolutely.
At the end of the 2 weeks, guess what happens? They go, sure, I'll get on a call, because, you know, you've gifted them, you've given them attention, you've offered them, you know, help in whatever they've got going on. And then they get on a call, and it may or may not be for them, like you say, but you know, then they get to see what else we're doing. And you know, it's just a great place. And also it gets you guys out of your comfort zone, because a lot of us sit around going, oh my God, I don't know how to really share this with someone, or I don't know how to scan their voice, and what do I say? You got to get uncomfortable if you want to share this with people, and we need to share this with people. So there's no growth in your comfort zone. And I know that's a really cheesy, a cheesy comment, but it's absolutely true. I have to do that with my children now as they're growing up into adults. And, you know, even some of us have to go, okay, I'm just going to do 5. I'm going to ask, I'm going to get them on the call. And you will be amazed how great you feel when people say yes.
Yeah, absolutely. That is so, so true. Yeah, thank you for sharing that. Yeah, awesome. All right. So do you want to share your screen, KJ, or do you want me to share mine for imprinting?
You can share yours, Bex. That's all good.
Okay, well, I'm going to stop sharing just for a minute so I can pull my device up on here. So Kate and I were talking, and I guess a lot of the questions that tend to come up is around imprinting frequencies. So if you go back to our Frequency Soul Collective QLA page, you'll have seen I did, I think, 3 videos just last week. One was how to set up a custom playlist, just short videos. But one of them was how to put homeopathy onto your scanner so that you can do it with your easy scan every single day. And your homeopathy is going to come up and tell you exactly what you need. So we're not going to show you that tonight, for the mere fact that you can definitely go and check that video out. I'm just going to bring up my device on here so that we can run through a few other bits and pieces. So KJ, some of the questions that tend to come up are around the Cepheid dots. Do you mind talking a little bit around that?
Yeah, definitely. Look, the Cepheid dots are new, as we all know, newish anyway, fairly new to us. And there's been a lot of confusion and things differently said about the Cepheid dots. You know, how long do they stay on for, and what can we imprint into them, and how many imprints we can put into them.
CK Cepheid dot.
Yeah, and yeah, I just put one on today, this morning, a new fresh one. And look, it's you know, we've been asking the question at the top level, because that, you know, we're only going to get it from the top level, right? And even the top level sometimes have had slightly different answers. So the first thing is obviously the Cepheid dots should only really be stuck on for 3 days. So please don't leave them on for longer than 3 days. They do go a little bit gammy. You'll lose the foil around the top of it, but even the light will damage the foil. It's unavoidable. And so, we've had people having little bits of almost green around it from the water going in the SK. So, you know, we don't want to cause any infections, right? So please don't leave them on for more than 3 days. You know, I think it's great that they're a very affordable thing to be leaving on for 3 days. You know, you only need 10 a month, really, if that's what you're doing, right? It's not a lot. But if you do want to change that frequency yourself, because we obviously have the subscription and we can change that, you can just pop it down onto your scanner. Don't take it off, just erase the frequency and add a new one. So, you know, we have the ability to do that. And that's actually a really great selling point for anybody that doesn't have a subscription. You know, I often say, oh, well, unfortunately, you can't do that. But I do that every day. Oh, FOMO, you know. So, you know, that's the thing. Now, with the other thing with the Cepheid dots, you can go into the Cepheid dot part of the subscription, and it's going to come down with all that list. The first thing that you can do is press scan. So when the profile is up, whether it's you or a client, you press
Hang on, I'll share.
Share. It will tell you, everybody, for the day what you need. Like, what is the Cepheid dot? Let's see what Bex is
I was going to say, I don't know that I want to do this.
I know. I got mood, and I'm like, oh yeah, probably.
What did I get this morning? Perfect youth or something. I don't know. I can't remember.
So clearly, you scan and look. The thing about this is, as Lauren says, is you should trust pain. Right? So you know, Bex might say, well, I'm not even in pain. Now, I did this actually a few weeks ago, and I'm like, I'm not in pain. That's not right. Anyway, I'm wandering around, and I was out and about by then, and I started to get a really sore back. You got to remember, everybody, with frequency, your body's talking to you in frequency before it even arrives. So, you know, trust what it says about it. Stick the pain on there. You know, you've got to erase the frequency out of the dot first, and then pop it onto your scanner, imprint it. There's the erase button, the beautiful fire. The imprint then will be pressed, and then it'll imprint into your dot the frequency, and then you're good to go. Now, there was a question and some confusion that when you pop anything onto your scanner to imprint it, you need to hear the frequency.
Yep.
That's not true. Okay, it did come up in a video a while ago, but as technology and information changes, things change, and that's okay. And so we asked that question to Kai on a call, and him and Shelby both said, no, don't forget, some frequencies we don't even hear. You know, the older we are, the less we hear. So you don't need to hear it. You can have it down. The frequency will come out and into that dot. So, you know, you can use one of these frequencies. You can use a couple of them. The real question is how many Cepheid dots frequencies in this list should you be using? And look, the real answer is it's up to you. But if you put too much in these Cepheid dots with a frequency that are different, or even if they're similar, you don't know which one has helped you, okay? Because there's lots of reasons why our frequencies may well not be in balance, and they may surprise you that it's not the one that you think it is, right? And that's why it could be your gut health. It could be something else. And so less is more, in my opinion. So go with what works. How did it make you feel? And then next time you go, do you know what? That one really worked for me. And obviously don't sleep with energy, because you've got two frequencies bouncing into each other, and we don't want that. So we can use this Cepheid dots to do it, and we can also imprint any of the frequencies in the rest of the subscription that we want to as well. So you can go out of this Cepheid dot, you can go into your normal Cepheid list with all these, you can go into your quantum reach. So again, we now have the ability to scan our bodies and go, what does Rebecca McQuilty need today? You know, and again, it'll tell you what we need, and you can choose to breathe free. Yeah. So we can choose to imprint that into our dot, or we can imprint it into our waters, or we can broadcast it to ourselves, right? But if you wanted to use the dot still with the imprinting, then you could put, you know, a few, like you would your Cepheid list. You can put a few into a dot if you want to, or you can just put one. So today, mood came up for me in the mood, and one came up for me in this one. So I just put one on my leg and one on my hand, and I just went with those two, and actually my mood has lifted. Do you think I sound brighter, Rebecca, than I was?
Yeah. Yes, actually you do. Yes.
Because, you know, it's intentionally as well. Not only am I putting that in frequency in, but, you know, I'm going, well, I'm looking at my dot going, well, my mood's better, isn't it? And I start to feel better, right? So there's no hard rule, everyone, to how many, but just, you know, just don't overdo it is what Solex are saying to us. And, you know, then you will really get to know what's working for you. Even a Cepheid list. So can you just go into the Cepheid list spec for me?
Can I just tell you a quick story before I do that? I took 2 bracelets the other day because I wanted to do energetic clearing in one and energetic shield in the other. And I thought, oh, before I do that, I'm going to go and do a Cepheid dot. So I go into Cepheid dot and I hit scan. No word of a lie, it comes up with energetic clearing shield. And I was like, no way. Do you guys get that moment? Like, and it shouldn't surprise us. And I do the same with theology still. Yeah. And I'm like, no way. Like, and I know that this stuff's going to come up. It just blows my mind. But speaking of being mind blown, before we go any further, I have to show everyone this, because you showed me this, KJ, and I had absolutely no idea that this thing existed. I was like, what? How do you even know that? But see these little arrows? Now, if you all knew this and no one told me, you're all in strife, all right? But did you know that if you click it side to side, it changes the fractal? Pop it in the chat if you didn't know that, right? Wow, or something like mind blowing, or this is my favorite one. Like, I love this one so much. How pretty is that? I love it. And did everybody know that? I want to know if you all knew that, because I feel like a goose if you did. And yet here I am when brown comes up. Look, sorry if that's your favorite, whatever. You know, no thanks for me. I'm like, oh, here I am, you know, imprinting my water with Breathe Free or whatever with my brown fractal, when I could literally click to the side and do these ones. Look at that. Who loves this one? I love this one.
That's my favorite. That's my favorite.
Yep.
And
so
this
pretty.
is where your social media comes in, guys. So if you do a live, just do it on your phone, record it, and then share it onto your story or something or whatever. People go, what is that? Oh my gosh, that's so pretty, because it's eye-catching, right? People like visuals. As soon as you stick a visual in there, if you just did a picture of the scanner, they go, what's that? I don't know what that is, moving on, right? People want to be caught an eye, and there's nothing better than the fractal. So you can skip around and choose one that's nice and change your background, and you can have a black background, you can change it up. But yeah, it's funny how you find out things that you had no idea about.
Kelly goes that she only just found out about it. And one of her new QLAs, like, was the one who told her. I'm just like, that's so funny, because that's me. Like, I feel like I should know this stuff, but you don't. Hey, like, you miss this stuff sometimes. And that's why I love these calls so much.
Yeah.
Yes, a lot of you didn't know that. Some of you did. That's awesome. But isn't that funny? But doesn't that just blow your mind? Like, I was like, oh, I do not have to put up with the ones that don't resonate with me. I can literally change it. So I love that. All right. Now, where was I going? I was going back to something.
Go back to the Cepheid. It's a custom list. So, you know, drag up one of your custom lists here. Abdomen. Yeah, beautiful. Oh, look at all them. So, you know, you can then choose to imprint all these into something, right? So the cool thing about this is I've actually started using the simultaneous, because I ain't got time for scooting through all that, right? So I was working.
Oh, that's a lot.
I was
going to me.
Yeah, it's going to you.
Abundance, yeah.
I was going to somebody I was scanning last night, and then 3 of their meridians were out, right? And you know, that's a bit hectic, because you want to go in. In my scanner, I have now just about got all the meridian playlists saved. So
good idea.
It's a really great idea, because then you don't have to say, oh, what do I do? And you relate it to either physical or emotional, and you run it. But she needed 3, and then she needed a Cepheid list. So I just scooted the simultaneous all together. I broadcasted for 2 minutes, and they all do it at once. And I was always a little bit icky about this. I'm like, oh, I don't like ramming anything together or like that. But Lauren always uses simultaneous. So I went, oh, I'm going to be like, I'm just going to go all the way in. And I was just like, boom, next, boom, next. And look, you could do this. You could do you could broadcast it, put it into your water. You can put it into the dots. You can put it into your crystals. Today, I'll just share with you quickly. I went to a Feng Shui course on the weekend, and I had all these things that I bought which were good for my house today. And I had a QLA who was new to this business, and she came over because she was into Feng and she knew a little bit more. And she said, right, get your scanner out. And I said, what am I doing with the scanner? She said, you're erasing everything out of all that stuff because it's come from China. You're going to clear the energy out of it because we don't want the energy in any of the stuff that's coming to your house. And then we're going to imprint it with protection and energy, because that's what you want in your house. And I said, oh my gosh, is this not wonderful that we've got a device that we can do this on anything we want, right? So I've got Buddhas, and I've got frogs, and I've got monkeys, all around. Their family have come into the house and gone, what's gone on? What's that monkey up there? And I'm like, oh, that's my, anyway, I burnt toast. I broke a crockery. So we're wondering whether I've done something wrong. But anyway, sorry, I digress into my crazy stories. But, this is the thing, is that we can actually imprint things, and don't get too crazed or stressed about too much, not enough. What do I put it into? Like one of my beautiful QLAs on tonight, Gina up in Geraldton, she does the homeopathics, right? So she has the homeopathic list, and she will do the supplements every day. So the symptoms we can go with, like today, I found one of them, the symptoms in, whatever it was for me. And then I imprinted it into this Cybin rubber bracelet that Bex gifted me, recently. So I just cleared the energy out of that, put it in, and I've got it on, for a week. And so I love the homeopathics. They are very, very potent and beautiful. And particularly when you go in and put them into your supplement library, which I didn't know. I put it in now, and Gina taught me that I can then just go in, and in the list it says imprint. When you go into your list of supplements, it will tell you every time when you do a quick scan or an EZ scan, it will tell you which homeopathics you need for the day. And so it's amazing. Just show them. It's so amazing. You can put them in sugar pills, because it tells you how many pills to take. But the quick and easiest way is actually to just, there it is. Yeah, so you can see here, vaccination detox, 5 to 6 pellets. There's a few of them actually, back. So, I was like, oh, do I need the pellets? And Gina said, I just put my water on there. I just imprint it into the water. I drink it, or I get the little sugar pills. I imprint 6 of them and pop them in my mouth. And you can re-imprint as well. So, it's setting you up for the day really well, or setting you to go to bed at night with exactly what your body is asking for. And that's based on, a quick scan or an EZ scan. So, do what works for you. What have you got in your house? Do you have the dots? Have you got the pellets, the sugar pills? Or do you want to just, put it in a drink of water, right? Just imprint, down the hatchet, off you go, knowing that you've got what you need for the day. So that's pretty much the imprinting in a nutshell. Is there anything else, Bex, that we missed?
Not really. I think the only other thing too is like if on here, for example, like the fulvic mineral or my probiotic comes up, I'll actually grab my glass of water, mix my probiotic up in it, or my fulvic mineral, the Solex one, and then I'll sit it on the device and I'll imprint everything into it there. But like today when Addie got that wasp bite, or 3 wasp bites, the first thing I did was ran frequency for her, but I also put cream on it, and then I imprinted some sugar pillules for a wasp bite, and just popped them under her tongue. And like it was yesterday when she had that reaction to that preservative or whatever in that stupid bottle of water, and it was literally gone down within minutes. I probably should have videoed it. You wouldn't have believed how quickly it went away. But just to have this ability to be able to be honest with you, I don't know a lot about homeopathy. I find all the names really odd. I probably can't pronounce majority of them, nor do I know what they're for, but I know I love homeopathy. I know I did a lot of the homeopathy, vaccine protocol with Addison when she was younger, as opposed to the actual vaccines.
Yeah.
And because I believed in it and I knew that it would work, you don't always have to understand how and or what it is, so as such. So for me to be able to utilize this so incredibly and not have to actually go, well, or even know what my body needs. And actually vaccination detox come up for me this morning. This is today's scan. And I literally was like, I don't think I even went out yesterday. And then I went, actually, yes, I did. And I know like the people that I was surrounded with and everything, I'm like, oh yeah, oh my gosh, it didn't even occur to me. And I should actually do Addison's easy scan, because I guarantee you the same would come up with her. So if you haven't checked out that video of how to add your homeopathics, it's the easiest thing on the planet to do. Please check that out. But yeah, I think that, yeah, pretty much.
And look, that if you haven't got a strong belief in homeopathics, look, it's been around for so long. My GP, when I was a kid, and I'm 55, like now, that he was practicing that with our family all those years ago. But it's the one single thing that you remember when all the insurance companies like HBF and Medicare and whatever stopped giving us money for certain things on our private health. They all went away, and the only one that came back was homeopathy, because it's clinically proven in peer-reviewed studies that homeopathic treatments work. And so, what have you got to lose by, trusting this? And if you don't want to go and do the training, which there is training, which is great, they have an ebook in the back office which is very affordable. If you really want to dig into a little deeper into it, then absolutely do. But you know, trust that it's there to tell you what you need. And like I got what's it called, poison, what's the poison called,
Pesticide.
something like that. No, it was one of the
Oh, like a heavy metal.
no, it was one of the homeopathic lists, like you say, Bex. I don't know what they are, and I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, that's poison. And oh, well, it's not clearly, but I was like, oh well, don't know what it is, but it's telling me to take it. So I just, you know, stuck it on the pellets, took 6, popped them in my mouth, and walked on. So, you know, just trust that this is a cool thing, and we've had a lot of testimonials already that the homeopathic remedies really are very, very helpful for many things. So it's one of my go-tos now. It never used to be, but since it's been updated, and we have more and more of them, and symptoms right now, so we don't even have to second guess. We can go into that list of symptoms and go, wow, that's in there. I'm just going to run that. You know, there's all sorts in there. So we're very lucky that they've already come up with, you know, that, and you know, things also like the or the meridian list. Don't forget, we've had them created for us.
Yeah.
So we just have to add them into a scanner. And someone said to me the other day, wouldn't it be nice if they were in there already? And I just went, Jesus, you're asking for a lot, aren't you? You know, like, you know, and actually, funnily enough, she actually put gin into her supplement list. just for a bit of fun, to see how much gin it was going to
come up.
Yeah, it comes up.
Oh, that's funny.
I know, and then your liver will go off, and off we go. So
I'm not going to lie. I think when I first started, I did eat chocolate whilst running weight loss once. I'm not going to lie. I don't think it worked, just FYI for future reference. We have a quick question here. Meredith is asking, does it work for the pet vitals? So this is your easy scan, not the vitals. So unfortunately not right now, but you could definitely go to Cepheid and then go to homeopathic and go to symptoms. If you know specifically what's going on with the animal, you could do that. I don't know if you guys saw my Facebook post the other day, where Addison goes to a homeschooling group. There was a horse there that's been quite unwell. So she baked them treats, and then she literally divided them into 2. It was the cutest thing. She had half of them as she imprinted with love, and the other one she imprinted with pain-free healing and stamina. So, you know, what a beautiful gift for that gorgeous horse. I love one of the comments here that you've popped the frequencies into a glass of champers from time to time. I love that. That's funny. There was a question here. Oh, how long does an imprint last in the sugar pellets? So until you clear them, that's exactly it. So if you have them in the proper blue glass bottles, then they will last there until you clear, erase the energy out of it. Then you can imprint something else. So once you're done with it, you don't have to throw them in the bin, just erase the energy and then imprint something else. So yeah, so I think that's, you know, I know that that's some of the basic stuff, but it's really nice to do this sometimes so that, that it's you know, sometimes you miss things. Like I said before, Meredith just asked about the meridians for the animals. Most likely, I know that they're working at the moment really strongly on getting the comprehensive for the pets done first. So I would say that it probably will come out after that. So yeah, this has been fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We're almost at an hour, so we will finish up here for tonight. But thank you everyone for joining us. Thank you for giving us your time and investing the time into your businesses. Thank you, KJ, for co-hosting with me. As you guys know, maybe I could be on the call next month. I'm not quite sure, but I know I definitely can't host it. So Katie and Ali are going to be on next month. If there's anything specific you would really love to have covered in the training, please shoot us a message. We would love to hear from you. We're certainly not, thank you, I will enjoy Hawaii. We're certainly not here to, you know, tell you how to do things, but if there's certain things that we can share with you that we've experienced, or bring someone in who has experience that we may not have, we're always happy to do that. So thank you guys so much. We love you guys, and thank you for joining us, and we will see you very, very soon. And Katie and I will see you on the 16th. Please mark it in your calendars.
Be there.
Yes.
All right. Thanks, Bex.
Pleasure.
See you, everyone.
Bye, guys. Bye.